The race by Grins is here tonight, but it is not the only feature race. Duncan McPherson, welcome to Cambridge, my friend.
Yeah, haven't been here for quite a while, and nice to be back.
No, it's a big build-up to $1 million race, but I'll tell you what, high-class trotting race, the race before the WAIKATO, I'm going to get it all right here, the WAIKATO Flying Mobile, a Group 2 event here around Cambridge. What a festival of trotting, you feel like, they've put on here in New Zealand in the next few weeks.
Yeah, no, there's plenty to look forward to, and we're fortunate enough to be over here with Aldebaran Zeus.
Firstly, how's he come? How's he arrived?
Yeah, no, look, he's been up at, we're stabled up at Pinebrook with Bernie and Michelle Hackett. Brent's been over since he met him here when he got off the plane last week, so he's been here 10 days, and according to Brent and the way he looked this morning, he's all dappled up, and he travelled probably better than when he went to Sydney to win the Hammerhead. So all things being equal, the trip away in Sydney was probably a godsend, and yeah, he's looking really good, and hopefully he can put his best foot forward.
He is a project horse, I suppose is the best way to put it in, and I mean that not as far as his ability. We know how much his ability is, but I suppose getting everything else, all the gears right, if you like, for what promises to be a really, really big year for him next year. These races, they've come along at the right time though for him, at where he's at with his prep.
Yeah, look, I mean, we didn't do the Inters, as you know, and we concentrated on a couple of other races, and we wanted to do well in the Aurora Australis, so back over in Australia. Hopefully we get some decent barrier draws over here, but barrier draws are everything when you're running at the top level, and he's never not weighed in. I think his worst results, he had a 3/5, and
sorry, Duncan, we were just talking then about the races they've got over here, after all your bad draws that you'd had.
Yeah, and I mean, hopefully there's lots of random barrier draw races after tonight, and commencing next week with the Lyell Creek, and then we've got another one up in Auckland, 3-week break, and then the two after that. So, yeah, look, I mean, it all comes down to draws to a certain extent, and we're just delighted to have been able to travel with the horse and get him over here in good condition, and the world's his oyster now. But it's all part of what really we're trying to do is next season, or the back end of the year, and next year's Aurora Australis and so on. That's as a 6-year-old, that's his real main aim, and this is all part of the process.
And it's about building and I suppose educating and building him. He is a colt. He knows he's a colt too sometimes when he comes on track. So these things just really hone him and hone, I suppose, his racing craft for you, like you said, for that 6-year-old season, and and hopefully for our point of view, 7- and 8-year-old seasons as well.
He won't be doing 7.
I was hoping.
No, look, I mean, I've always been pretty keen on the fact that 5 and 6 is his years. He was, as we've said earlier, he was crooking his 2-year-olds, and we gave him a bit of time off, and his 4s were good. His 5s have been pretty good, and we'll cop it off with here, and then he'll have a bit of a break. And then, set himself up for next year, and who knows? I mean, international travel is something that's on everyone's lips, and congratulations to Greg and Jess Tubbs and the team for Just Believe, and hopefully they're trailblazing a trail, and if we can follow in their footsteps next year, we'd be delighted.
That'd be the thing, wouldn't it, is to build on this. I mean, we've had it a few times. I think there's been about 7 horses from down under go, but there's sort of not that follow-on year, and the follow-on year, that's what we want to build, and obviously it's on the radar for Zeus, so hopefully for Connections at Just Believe, it's on their radar to go back again the second year. Yeah,
I mean, you've got to take 1 year at a time and one race at a time, so we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I mean, we can all live to dream, and that's what we try and do in the sport, and fortunately enough, we've got a horse that allows us to do that at the moment with Aldebaran Zeus.
Absolutely, mate. Thank you for joining me. Good luck for the rest of your New Zealand campaign. I won't be catching up with you then, but it's good to catch up with you here, and building, and as I said, for the back end of the season, I think it's going to be very, very exciting, mate. So thank you very much, and well done for everything you're doing. And I think Just Believe is one of the great names, because we can all just believe for the elite lot. You can just believe for tonight with Aldebaran Zeus, mate. So good luck.
Yeah, no, thanks very much, and thanks for the opportunity. And we're hot to trot at Aldebaran Park.
I was waiting for it.
Good on you, mate.